Hello and welcome back to my shop. Thanks for joining me. So, I've picked up this old, well I think it's a bedpost. Got a bit of a hole in it as well. So, I'd like to try and make something from this. Kind of cast away as a scrap piece of wood. No real purpose anymore because I'm not really too sure what's happened to the rest of it. I don't know if it's a bedpost or if it's a table leg or I don't know what it would have been. What do you think that was? Quite an old piece of wood. So, and it's Easter coming up and I wanted to make something Eastery. I reckon I can make an egg out of that. I've got to figure out kind of how to mount it up. I think we could probably put the plate on here and then we could start to try to shape something out of it. Let's get it on the lathe and make something for Easter. That's a pretty big piece of wood, so I brought the tailstock up just to give it a little bit of support. Let's see what we can make with this. Hopefully something on an egg basis. Something for Easter. Or Easter looking anyway. This is pretty soft wood, so I'm not too sure what it is. I'm not really too... It's obviously quite an old wood, I would suggest, but it is very, very soft. So that's quite good because it's quite easy to work with. So I put a little tenon on here to get that mounted up in the chuck, because we're going to need to do that. And I've just chopped it in half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hollow this one out that's on the lathe and kind of create, because we want it to go together in the middle like that. So there was quite a lot of holes in this bit of wood, bed post or whatever it is, leg. So if you can't beat them, join them. A few more holes in. And I think that might make a bit more of an effect on the piece anyway. So now what we've got is this half of the egg sort of finished. I've done the inside there, finished this inside. A little bit more. Having this is quite handy, especially when you're doing a project like this with lots of holes, because when you're putting in the Yorkshire grit and the wax, tendency is to get it all stuck in the hole. So using this, you can just blow it out, nice and easy. So what I've also done as well is, because this is really quite soft wood, I lost, when I was sanding this, I lost the tight fit that I had on here. So what I've done is I've actually applied a little bit of a CA glue finish on this rim. Just put about 4 or 5 coats on, just on the rim here. I sanded it back slightly with just about 320/400 grit sandpaper, and now it fits quite nicely again, whereas it didn't. It was quite wobbly before, so now I've given it, built up a little bit of a well, it's not, still not really tight, but it fits, which is nice, and it's got a fairly good fit. So what we need to do now is we're just going to finish this part of the egg off, because the inside of that is pretty much done. We're not going to get much of a better finish on that really. That's pretty much as it's going to be, but that's okay, that looks alright for me. So we're just going to bring the tailstock up to give this a bit of support, because this might fly off. What I'm going to do as well is I'm going to tape this up again, just to give it a bit of extra support, because I don't want this flying off when I'm doing this bit. So make sure this is on where we want it to be, and we just give this a bit of a tape up. And again, it's not foolproof, but the more secure I can make it whilst I'm turning this edge out, the better. So it's coming on. We've got a bit of an egg shape now, and it's kind of looks like one of those sort of Fabergé. Is it Fabergé? Fabergé eggs, or the golden egg. You know, like one of those things that you see in films, like maybe from I don't know, what films are there out there with this type of egg in it? Anyway, it's supposed to be an Easter egg. Getting some sort of shape on it now. Now I'm just wondering whether to shine it up or whether to use some stain on it. And then also we've got the problem with the top, because there's a big hole in it. This hole here to deal with yet, but that's fine. We can make some kind of finial for that. So I can make this, I can drill through into this, and then we can make a nice finial, I think, that will come out of there. I don't know what kind of shape yet, but I don't know, something quite funky. The question is, do I put some colours on this? I mean, I think it might look quite nice with some colours on, like stains. I'm going to try some colours. I haven't done some stains for a while, so let's do that. So we've now almost finished the egg. We need to sort of make some kind of finial for it. I found this for the top because we need to make some kind of finial, so I thought that might look quite nice in the top. I think it just about might be okay for size. I'll get it in the chuck and see if we can start turning some kind of finial out of it, and you never know. Let's see what we can make. And there it is, our Easter kind of egg. I'm not sure if it really looks Eastery, to be fair, but it's in the shape of an egg. I think that was okay. One thing I'm really quite annoyed about is and I don't know if you've experienced this or not, but the buffing wheel tends to want to grab the piece of work off of you, really grab it off you and chuck it across the room. Had this happen to me a couple of times, and absolutely gutted. It's taken a little chunk out of the piece there, you can see it, and a little bit there as well, 2 scuffs. I'm not going to put this back, well I can't get it back on the lathe now because I've cut the bottom off, so it's going to have to stay really. What I might do is I might fill a little bit of stain in there, just to sort of like, and then buff it out. But yeah, a bit of a shame, but other than that, it's not turned out too bad really. I think this is ebony in the top here, and I've obviously, because it's got a hole in the bottom, what I've done, I've finished it with this green felt, which, you know, is okay. I don't use it that often, but I thought I'd use it on this occasion just to sort of like, you know, do something different for you. It's got a good fit now because of the CA glue finish that I did on there. There's our little chiclets. They're alright, they're alright. So, in there. There. Oh no. So, I've cut these bits out of just a bit of silk that I had. I thought that might make it sort of a bit more colourful. And then just put the chicks in there. That's, you know, you can put anything you want in there really, but I just thought I'd put it in there just because of the Easter thing really. That's it. And there we go, fits quite nicely. Yeah, got quite a nice finish with the stains. Now, just to sort of like let you know how I finished it. I finished it with some lacquer. So I put some lacquer on it, which I put on with a bit of cloth with the lathe running. I don't know if you saw that. That was lacquer, and then I put some burnishing cream on after that. But then that wasn't the finish, and then what I did then was put some shallow wax on, friction polish, and then on top of that I went to the buffing wheel and did the 3 buffs with the 3 wheels, and finished it with some wax, which you saw at the end. So it's not a bad finish. It looks kind of fairly posh actually, doesn't it? Here in Buckingham Palace. I wonder if the Queen would take it. I've got the holes in it because there were already holes in there. For some reason there must have been to fix the post to something or other. So rather than try to fill those holes, I made a few more. So that's all right. I'm so annoyed about that, so annoyed. I might be able to, oh, there goes another chick, put that back on the lathe and maybe try to finish that again, but it took me ages to do that finish. And there's a lot of work that's gone into the finish of that. I mean, I could sand that out, but it would take a lot of messing around, to be fair, so bit of a shame. When you're using the buffing wheel, hold on to your work as tight as you can, you know, because it just grabs it. It grabs it off you and just flings it across the room. A few occasions where I've managed to look at it and thought, oh no, it's broken. But I've had a few other occasions where it's literally just smashed into pieces, which hasn't been great really. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed the project, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Please like and comment below. This was a table leg or a bed post of some kind. Maybe you could tell me what it was before, but now it's a little fancy egg ornament for chicks. Hope you enjoyed watching, and thanks very much for watching the channel and my videos. I appreciate all your support and help on the channel. Thanks again. So please like and subscribe, and share with your friends if you can. That always helps. And I shall see you on probably Wednesday. Cheers.